The idea that I wish to explore through the Bend Tedx Youth was how we can use art to create social changes in our environment by using our own culture. By doing this, we would take something like a private issue, such as domestic violence or gender-based violence, and bring it into the social sphere to talk about these issues in an ongoing dialogue with our own community. Recently, I was inspired by looking at different impacts that are happening around the world, especially with the hashtag #MeToo campaign, and just different women coming forward. And most recently, there was the Bend Film Festival for the Littlestones documentary showing, and I was very inspired at the community discussion. We had a brainstorm an idea or Littlestone we could contribute to the movement. And I felt in my own history and in past projects that I've done that I wanted to do a collaborative mural with our community. In doing this mural, I would want to have different components to it and have the idea be based around domestic violence and the journey of a survivor of domestic violence or any kind of gender-based violence. In this main performance or talk, I would like to bring awareness that 1 out of 3 women will be subjected or experience some form of gender-based violence in their life, and 1 out of 4 men will too. And that can be seen in our community, but is also reflected worldwide. Around the world, there have been many different examples and experiences that I have had with this issue. I would also like to bring to light with this recent exhibit that I saw in Portland, how Native women and women of color are subjected to more incidences and exploited for more ideas of domestic violence in their own communities, and that it's higher for them than other women in America. I would also like to bring attention to the idea that when gender-based violence happens, it's because of power dynamics in the struggle with who can speak and who cannot. And a lot of the times with gender-based violence and with victims or perpetrators, they are unable to communicate their ideas and they're afraid and they're hiding. They're not able to have a platform in our society to talk about these things. In doing this, I would hope to have a large canvas that could be moved to different locations or places, and to possibly at the mural festival or in a public place have 9 bodies stand against that canvas and read out the statistics, and having each body either blend in or stand out with having their backs towards the audience. But then slowly, when it comes to the reading out of the statistics and what's happening, they turn forward, and no longer are they blending in with the canvas or into the society that we have created for them, but they are able to have courage and stand forward and interact with us about what they have experienced and how we can change our behaviors and our own culture to prevent this from happening to future people and to other people in the world at large. I would want to do this and have them be painted very brightly with flowers or some kind of natural motif, something that's very striking and grabs the audience, but also have physical reminders of like a black eye, scars, bruises, to show that this is how we find our strength. This is how we step through from victimhood, and how we can use art to claim that and claim that part of ourselves and become survivors and have an ongoing dialogue with our community. And by doing this, I hope that I can bring people together in our community, but I can also bring people that are isolated and feeling like they can't speak about these things into a safe space where they can paint each other, or they can talk about these things in a way that is non-threatening, and we can have ongoing dialogue about how to address these issues in our community.